Hey, folks, before we get started here today, just a quick little PSA for a good friend of the show in the Pokemon space in general, David Hernandez, who does the As the Pokeball Turns podcast. Very bad situation for him. He needs some help. He has exhausted all of his resources. He's done everything he absolutely can and has finally asked for some help. He tried not to because he's a brave, wonderful person. But now has asked the question and many people have answered. And we'd like to invite you to be one of the people who have also answered the call to help him. He has started a GoFundMe page that I will link in the show notes here. You can go read about his story and what's going on there. Please consider going to take a listen to what he has to say, or a read rather, and then share the campaign if you can to help him get some more eyes on that situation. David's the best of us, and we think the world of him. So please consider, and we hope you enjoy this episode.
Jarts?
Yeah, lawn darts.
I mean, I know you meant lawn darts, but why are they called jarts?
Because I call it jarts with a J.
With a J.
With a J. You wait, in your head when I said jarts, you saw that spelled with a G?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay.
That's Garts, brother. You're tuned into the GOCast podcast, your one-stop shop for updates, news, tips, and community in the world of Pokemon Go. Thank you for listening. Duraladon steals the show during the Steel Skyline event.
There's nothing gross about Mega Metagross Raid Day.
And more on this episode of GOCast. Hello and welcome to the GOCast podcast, episode 341. It is September 20th, a Saturday afternoon, barely afternoon. It's like 12:50. Weird. I'm your host, Chris, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Kyle.
Hiya.
How's it going, Kyle? Doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Doing good.
It's Saturday. It's your day off. I hope you're doing good on your day off.
Saturday, I got enough sleep. It's early in the day.
Insane.
Sort of.
Well, yeah. How much sleep did you actually get?
Oh, I don't know, like 8 hours.
Boy, yeah. I felt bad because last night we talked about changing our recording schedule, and then at 1:34, I was like, oh no, we didn't talk about what time we're recording tomorrow. 1:34 a.m., I should say, this morning.
Yeah.
So I said
I was fast asleep at that point, by the way.
I hope I didn't wake you up.
I woke up at like 2, or you sent me a text at 1:30, and I woke up at like 1:50 or whatever it was and checked my phone. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
And so then you just said 12:30 question mark. I'm like, yes.
And then I went to bed. I didn't see your response, so I woke up.
So. Yeah, no, it's all good. It worked out. We're here, folks. So we have a marginal amount of news to talk about. Just some fun stuff. We have a new Pokemon debut to discuss. We've got some events to review that we've had recently, and a save the date for the first real big Go event of the 2026 Pokemon Go calendar. So tons of stuff to kind of pick our way through. But first and foremost, let's talk about our goals that we set. I think it's 10 days ago. I think if
close enough.
Correct? Yeah, close enough. That's absolutely right. We had Flabébé Community Day and the Concierge event going on for us to make goals about. So for you, Mr. Kyle, you said one shiny Flabébé.
That didn't happen.
It didn't. What?
I tried. I was working, so I opened my phone twice or 3 times. They were no shiny Flabébé.
Oh my gosh. Okay. 500,000 experience.
I did do that.
Nice. And then Giovanni, and then in parentheses again.
Yes, because I didn't do it last week.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes,
nice.
I did do that. My Giratina was truly terrible.
Oh no, that's
so
not good.
It's just gonna sit there for a while, probably.
That is not good. How much do you have left? How many Giovanni researches do you have left?
Oh, just the one. I'm current. I have the one for Psychic Spectacular.
Oh wow. Okay, I thought you still had like 2 in the bank for some reason.
Nope, I haven't. I have 2 radars. But I have from when I stacked them, but I decided not to use more. I think I had 5 and I used 3 on Shadow Kyogre, and they were all awful. And so I was like, okay, well,
Fair enough. All right, cool. 2 out of 3 for you. Nice work. We love to see it. Sorry about the Flabébé, but at the same time, do you really care?
No, not really.
Nice.
No, I'm not heartbroken.
We love
that's
that.
for sure.
We love that. Okay, for me, maybe a shiny Flabébé. I was super on the fence about whether or not I was going to like boycott, aka give myself a pass on this event. I did buy the research, and I finished the research in the 15 minutes, 20 minutes that it took. And despite my best efforts, I walked away with 7 shiny Flabébé. Several of the whatever flower yellow, and I think one of each of the white and orange, maybe 2.
Okay, it's not terrible.
No, it's a successful day, more or less. It was fine. Didn't really take a whole lot of effort. Again, just like 20 minutes of going out to a parking lot near me that had stops. And that was it. Shiny Psyduck, which had eluded me at the time because we had recorded, I think it was a day or 2 into the concierge event. And Kyle's girlfriend had gotten 2 at this point. Kyle had gotten 1, I think.
No, I got the 1 right after we finished recording.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah.
Great. And then I got 1. And we did find out later that it was boosted 1 out of 64.
Yeah, we're dumb.
So
the text did say it. We just forgot because we read it like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, whatever. I can read, but it doesn't mean I'm going to retain that information, folks. So we can, come on, you only have 1. And then hatched 50 eggs, I hatched 54 last week, which is actually low considering that Flabébé was a hatching community day. So I probably should have played more of that to hatch more, but I just did not. I just didn't have it within me to invest, my time, my effort into more Flabébé. I hope those of you that like Flabébé are happy with yourselves and that you enjoyed your time. I also hope that we never see a community day classic for Flabébé.
That would be pretty impressively bad.
Unless they bring us all the colors, in which case I'll say fine.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen. Not as a classic.
No, most certainly not. So 3 out of 3 for me. The rare occasion, I actually won goals this week. Wowee. You were 1 shiny Flabébé short of maintaining a tie there, sir. You had shiny Flabébé prior, right, from other events?
I have 1 shiny Flabébé, yeah.
Is it yellow?
No, I think it's orange. Hang on.
Oh, we got a rare one.
It is orange, yeah.
Okay, all right. Good. Cool. All right, well, on that note, we should probably just move into the news because we've got quite a bit to talk about. So see you there. Yo, what up? It's the news. Okay, first things first, we have a pile of disappointment for Mr. Kyle. It's October 2025 Community Day. Will it be a ghost? Will it be a ghost for the first time in like 3 stinking years? The answer is a resounding no. No. But is it at least a good substitute? Let's find out. Okay, when is this Community Day happening? It's Sunday, October 12th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. The featured Pokemon is Solosis, a psychic monotype Pokemon. No ghosts here, folks. Nope. It's got a featured attack of Charm, which is a fast move. In trainer battles, it has 13 power. In gyms and raids, it has 20 power. Community Day special research. Of course, you can buy a ticket for $1.99 US. It'll give you 3 encounters with Solosis that have a Tales of Transformation themed special background. Additional encounters with said Pokemon, 1 premium raid pass. Battle pass. I will forever say raid pass. Just, we're really showing our trainer age here, but and then 1 rare candy XL. The bonus is the best bonus out there, 3 times Stardust for catching, and then the usual slew of 2 times candy, 2 times for the candy XL, the incense lasting longer, snapshots through modules, yada, trades 50% less Stardust, all that good stuff. Here's something new, though. There's a lure module bonus from 2 to 9 p.m. local time. Solosis will have a very high chance of appearing at Pokestops with active regular lure modules. Solosis attracted to the regular lure modules will still have an increased chance to be shiny and may have a special background. That's more chances to encounter the future Pokemon even after the event hours. Now, this is in place of, I believe this is in place of, right? I don't see the other thing added here. There used to be that in 4-star raids, the middle evolution of the Pokemon or some iteration of the Pokemon will be available for you to raid. And then for like 30 minutes, I think after the fact, after the raid was completed successfully, within a radius around that gym, it would spawn the community Pokemon with the increased rate and stuff. So this is without you having to raid.
I don't think that's been a thing for a little while. I feel like maybe I'm crazy.
I think it hasn't been either. So this is a different version of that sort of thing.
Yes, but you've glossed over something.
Okay.
In your event bonuses.
Oh, geez, what did I?
Lure modules will no longer be lasting for 3 hours during the event. They will now only last 1 hour.
Oh, that is a shame, huh?
So this bonus is also in place of that bonus for lure modules.
Okay.
This is a bonus, by the way, that we have had since Community Days were a thing. So that not happy about that.
Why on earth wouldn't they just make it the bonus would be 5 to 9 and they last for an hour instead of?
Because
they don't want people stacking them?
No, because it makes you have to spend more money to play the base game. If you want to lure up an area, you now have to spend collectively as a community 3 times as much resources.
I suppose so, yeah.
And also, for those of you who can take advantage of showcases and have really good setups for that, they are printing lures. So, like, they probably think that their economy is affected by how many lures are in the game because showcases exist.
Uh-huh.
But, like, this is a huge negative for somebody without a large community because it was really easy to lure up a whole park by yourself for a community day. It didn't feel terrible. It didn't feel good to like drop 10 lures for like, you know, you and 2 other people playing.
Well,
but I do it because I knew I was getting it for the whole 3 hours. I will not put a lure down for an hour for a community day.
Well, you will if you still need that picnicker medal.
No, I will wait I would wait until like a global GOCast or something. It just doesn't make a sense otherwise.
Yeah, so I mean, you're getting a third of the value out of it for sure. But I think if you're the sort of person that has a million of them and you are by yourself, now you don't have to do a raid to get that bonus. You can just use this item instead. And
but
so
again,
I mean, there's a bit of a trade-off.
After hours. How many people are actually taking part in the after hours community day? A small number, and this is a great bonus for that, especially for people who are working during that time and maybe can get out to do it then. But you didn't need to take away the lure bonus during the event. You punish people who only play during the event for people who can now play afterwards. It just
it is a strange trade-off. And this is sort of the design philosophy we see at work here, that every time that they make a change that people don't like, it's because they take something away while introducing something different. Right.
Yeah.
And this is a very small example of that, but it is an example of it for sure.
But like, this is one for me. Have you ever, and everyone listening, and Chris, have you ever put down one lure?
Yeah.
Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Yeah. You don't get very much for your one lure.
No.
To really feel a lure, you need 3. You need 3 that you can like rotate and play around.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. It just...
Yeah, for it to be exciting for you to have your phone open the whole time, yes. But if I'm like sitting, like, you know, when we used to do community days big, right, when they were 6 hours, and we're like, hey, let's meet at 11. We'll grind, and then maybe we'll give up at 4, and then we'll go to dinner together. And then people would throw down lures and stuff like that. But we're sitting there with our phones open, eating dinner, doing trades or talking or whatever.
Exactly.
And that's different. But if you're, I guess, like the target demo that I was trying to say, the solo player, they're not going to sit there with one lure with their phone open going, okay, it's been 5 minutes. Let's check again. You know?
And and the same thing, it's not going to, somebody who's coming off of work at 5 p.m., you're not going to want to put down one lure and wait for those spawns to show up.
Yeah. But it is an option as opposed to what we had before, which was nothing after hours if we are correct that they had not been doing the raids for
but that's
a while.
that's why it's good. It's just the change of during the time is Yeah.
I feel so bad that I don't know for sure if the raids have been around for a while or not, because I never did them. I always did the first like 90 minutes of the event, and then I was like, see ya, you know?
Yep. Yeah.
So anyway, let's finish this up really quick. Oh, and then we can talk about Solosis. Is there something about this particular you want to share?
Yeah, well, it's nice that there's a chance for special backgrounds. Like that's they're very specific about that. That's cool. Just want to make sure I'm saying that. I don't care about them, but it is cool.
It's value. It's value that we don't recognize, but it is value. Yeah, 100%. There will be field research as always. Great balls, additional encounters with Solosis, and more. Might even find field research that leads to encounters that have a special background. And you can buy the ticket in the web store if you'd like. And your bonus is 5 Ultra Balls. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so the big question here is we kind of stopped midway to discuss the nuances of some of the stuff happening in the event, but the big question at the front of everybody's minds is, Kyle, is Solosis sufficient even if it's not Ghost? Is it somehow Ghost adjacent or freaky enough looking that it qualifies as a Halloween community day?
Solosis is significantly better than last year's Sawaddle. I will give you that.
Like the bugs are icky, ooky, spooky, you know.
They are, but not Sawaddle.
No, Sawaddle's a cutie pie.
If it had been a different bug, maybe you could make that argument. But the Pokemon designed deliberately to be really cute. No. Solosis is okay. Man. I'm not upset that Solosis has a community day. I like Solosis. I don't have the shiny yet. That's interesting. It's an okay shiny. It's almost Ghost adjacent. It's almost the only thing that qualifies as Ghost adjacent.
If you squint, you're like, oh yeah. It's transparent.
Solosis is weak to Ghost. They got the wrong side of the spectrum, unfortunately.
Yes, they did. I will also say this for Solosis: the names of pretty much every Pokemon in that line are pretty awesome and fun words to say. Duosion and Reuniclus, is sweet. But I would also like to start a social campaign where we start calling him Reunicles. That would be awesome. Yeah. Absolutely.
I like Solosis. I do like it as a Pokemon. So
yeah, shiny's fine.
It's fine.
It's
like blue.
Yeah, light blue from a light green. It's all right. Yeah, the rare occasion where we move away from a green color. It's up to it. So will you actually be taking part? Are you excited enough to take part in this community day is the big question for me personally.
Probably, maybe. This is a maybe.
A maybe. Okay.
It's a maybe. It actually is more like a no because one of the supervisors at my store just left. So we now have 3. And so supervisors taking days off on the weekend is a big problem right now. So
yeah, but don't they know that you're a big hot shot Pokemon Go trainer who just hit level 50?
Only some of them.
Well, you should tell all of them. Make a poster, wear a t-shirt, wear a pin, or something. Buy the level 50 jacket out the store and wear it at work.
Oh my god, is that even still available?
I don't know. I kind of regret not picking it up, even though I would never wear it. Ever. I think it was like $200 or something crazy like that. It was.
God, I can't even bring myself to spend $50 on like a hoodie I really like.
AKA that new Ghastly one on the Pokemon Center.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh man, Anyway, hey folks, if you're listening at home and you feel like you would like to be doomed, like I was, go take a look at the Pokemon Center. The Halloween collection this year is really good. They have a Halloween Cyndaquil that my friend linked to me and then was in my cart and shipped on the way here before I knew what was happening. I blacked out for a second. But
the screenshot he said on Discord had his like bank notification saying spent at $38 or what $28, whatever it was, still on the screen.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We move at the speed of money here. That's right. No, but he's coming on Wednesday. I'm very excited. I'm gonna add him to the wall here. He'll have a prominent location. Okay, so Solosis is a huh. All right, cool. All right, that's fine. Not a ghost, but fine. That's the judgment here.
Yeah.
Okay, I can live with that. All right, let's move on here to our next piece of news, which is the Steel Skyline event, which is exciting for one particular reason, and it's the Pokemon debut that is happening within. But when it's happening is Tuesday, September 30th at 10 a.m. to Tuesday, October 7th at 8 p.m. local time. So it's in 10 days from now. It's a debut of Dynamax Duraladon. I'm going to try my best to say that correct throughout this entire show. We will say that name several times. In my heart of hearts, I want to say Duraludon. It's not correct. Duraladon.
How do you say the evolution then?
What's it called again?
It's Arcaludon.
Arcaludon. Yeah.
It's Duraladon. Duraladon. So it's an not an oo.
I don't know, dude. Whatever. I'll wait for somebody smarter than me to tell me. Global challenges for this event. Global challenges will take place throughout the Steel Skyline event. Work with trainers around the world to complete field research tasks and complete throwing-based challenges to unlock bonuses for all to enjoy. Once a challenge is completed, special bonuses will be unlocked for the remainder of the event, and the next global challenge will begin. How far can you get? How cheeky. The level 1 reward is additional candy for successfully catching Pokemon with any type of named throw. Increased chance for trainers level 31 and up to receive Candy XL when catching Pokemon with a named throw. Level 2 rewards, additional 5,000 experience from winning raids for those of you trying desperately to cross that finish line at the end. Actually, not even the end of the month, in the middle of October, October 15th. Here's your last-ditch effort, it seems, to get some real bonuses working for you here. Level 3 rewards will be 1 guaranteed rare Candy XL from winning in-person max battles. So again, in person, not remote, folks. So you're going to have to go out and do some stuff. Wild Encounters. The list is back. They heard us condemning the change. Maybe. Hopefully.
Maybe.
I would like to believe that is the case. But we have the full Wild Encounters list for this event. It is Alolan Diglett, Magnemite, Grimer, Alolan Grimer, Porygon, Aeron, Bronzor, Trubbish, Clink, Axew, Togedemaru, Galarian Meowth, Skarmory, and Mawile. Every single one of these can be shiny. Good pool. Yeah. Axew in the wild, Clink in the wild.
That's okay.
You just don't like Togedemaru. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm a Togedemaru hater.
It's fine. Skarmory in the wild is cool. Galarian Meowth in the wild is cool. I like seeing that. Missed me with that Aeron, but we haven't seen Aeron in a while, so actually it's kind of okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's, be like, hey, buddy. All right, see you next year. Max battles are getting a slight little shakeup because, well, there's a Pokemon featured in there. The new one. 1-star max battles will feature Dynamax Drillbur and Dynamax Rookidee. 3-star max battles will feature Dynamax Beldum, and 4-star max battles will have our new friend, Dynamax Duraladon. Field research task rewards, they will be around to do if you want to. You may encounter event-themed Pokemon or Dynamax Duraladon if you're lucky. There's going to be time to research as well. Free time to research, I should say. 1 magnetic lure module, some experience, Stardust, and encounters with event-themed Pokemon, and of course, more. Trademarked. And then we couldn't have a free time to research without also having a paid time to research, right? Are you new here? Come on. US $199 is what it'll cost. You'll get Max Particle Stardust, encounter with Dynamax Duraladon, and more. And if you buy the ticket in the web store, your bonus will be, you think it couldn't get worse than 5 Ultra Balls, Kyle?
It can always be worse.
It can always be worse. No, this one is 3 golden raspberries.
That's even worse.
That's pretty bad.
That's even worse.
I would rather not have the bonus.
Yeah, I have enough golden raspberries.
Send like 600, man. Like I'm good, Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this event really quick. I mean, I guess there's not too much to talk about. The spawn pool is interesting, and it's a new debut. And global challenges at this point are a little old hat. Not in a bad way. We're just used to seeing them, right? What do you think, Kyle? Any thoughts? Any emotions bubbling to the surface? Are you passionate about this event at all?
It's fine. I don't particularly like Duraladon as a Pokemon. It's kind of whatever.
Yeah.
I think the fact that it evolves makes it slightly better now, but it's not going to evolve here. So
yeah,
that's kind of a huge problem. See, okay, so this event has two major problems. The one positive, new Pokemon, that's cool. 4-star max battles, totally doable. The problems are Duraladon evolves, which is its own can of worms, and Duraladon has a Gigantamax form.
Yes.
Those are both huge problems.
Oh, I will say though, it is shiny here.
Yes,
that's one of those covered.
That's a second positive. Okay.
But you're right. Those other two still exist. Yes.
So like that's a huge problem. You're gonna have to do the Gigantamax battle already. And they're gonna have to release Arcaladon, which I looked up, by the way. That's how you pronounce it.
Okay.
I don't like it. I really don't like that one.
Okay. I'll probably still say Duraladon. Or whatever the heck.
So like this Pokemon has 2 more returns it's gonna have at some point to figure out this whole fiasco.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they don't just allow it to evolve out the gate.
I mean, maybe because it's a Gen 9 Pokemon evolution.
I think it requires an item.
I don't actually know. That's a great question, though. But that's just kind of a frustrating part for me.
It uses metal alloy, which is an item that we already have in game.
We have metal coat, but
I thought we had like that barrel looking thing.
No. That's metal coat.
It was
because it's used for Caesar and Steelix.
Oh, you're so right. It is metal coat. Huh. They could okay. Give it up. Give it up, Niantic Games. Just use metal coat. It's fine. We're not going to be mad.
No, they have to make it cost 400 candy.
Bro. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no kidding. Thank God that's the upper limit, huh? We've never seen anything more than that.
Never.
So I think I agree kind of 100% with you. It is going to have probably 2 more returns because there's probably no way they say like, hey, this Pokemon can evolve, but also like here's the Gigantamax version. I think those will be separate events. Maybe the evolution thing will be a very small like generation based thing or like in a catch-all event, but the Gigantamax will certainly have its own raid day or max battle day or whatever. 100%. Very cool. I think that's largely it for this event. Oh, you said you didn't care for Duraladon. I'm okay with it. I would like it a whole lot more if it didn't look like a PlayStation 5. Right? Doesn't it though? A little bit. I'm an Xbox girly, like
sure.
Through.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So miss me with that, I suppose.
I like when it turns like an inhaler is what it looks like.
Looks like an inhaler.
Yeah, it looks like an inhaler.
Those are expensive, bro.
And yes, before anyone says it, I know it's supposed to be like a building / skyscraper thing going on. They did not succeed. I don't think they succeeded, even in the Dynamax form.
It's not obvious.
Gigantamax form.
It's not obvious. No.
Yeah.
Once they say it, they're like, oh, okay. But that's not the sign of good design, right? Okay, well, speaking of good design, let's talk about a really well-designed Pokemon here for this next event, Mega Metagross Raid Day. When is this? Saturday, October 4th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. The featured attack will be the fast attack Shadow Claw. And then that'll become a new legacy thing that you can learn with Elite Fast TMs. That means folks that are new or old and forgot and have them replaced, which I doubt you did, because if you were around when we had Beldum Community Day, Meteor Mash Metagross was so meta, you built a legion of them, and you're probably still using them. I know I am. Most of us are. I think maybe with the exception now of Zacian.
Yeah, but I only got one of those.
Right. But now it'll have two. It'll know Shadow Claw and Meteor Mash, which is those are cool moves. The event bonus, pretty standard fare for these raid days. Remote raid pass limit increased to 20 from Friday, October 3rd at 5 p.m. to Saturday, October 4th at 8 p.m. PDT. Receive up to 5 additional raid passes for free from spinning gem photo discs for a total of 6, and an increased shiny chance for catching shiny Metagross. There's an event ticket for US $4.99, and that gets you 8 additional raid passes for spinning gem photo discs for a daily total of 14. Increased chance to get rare candy XL from raid battles, plus 5,000 XP from raid battles, and 2 times Stardust from raid battles. And if you buy that ticket in the shop, this bonus is the best bonus that they give, which is a bonus premium battle pass at no additional cost! Exclamation point.
Boy.
Yeah. So not a lot to say about the event itself, because the event, obviously, we say this every single time. Every raid day is the same. We gloss over the bonuses because everybody's familiar with them and stuff. So let's just zero in on the unique part, which is Mega Metagross. He's flying now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be real good. And that's all there is to really say.
Yes. That's it. Yeah. I also saw some commentary online of people talking about whether or not Shadow Claw is going to make a big difference. And I believe the resounding answer is no. But it's like not a downgrade. It's like a side grade. So more type coverage is always good, right? People like Shadow Claw on other Pokemon, like Typhlosion. So maybe it flies here. I don't know. I'm not a PvP
the day
person.
they let you have 2 fast moves is the day this game is broken in half.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Could you imagine? That'd be wild.
Could you imagine?
That would break PvP.
It would. It'd be great.
It'd be great.
Could you imagine going from like a charm to whatever it is, Fairy Wind, whatever the fast one is?
Yeah.
Just trying to count what they're doing, and you're like, oh no.
Oh no, they're weaving in this other move that's throwing my count off. Like, the mind games would be insane. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for that. Unfortunately, like really, really quick for Mega Metagross. Mega Metagross deserves more of a focus, but there's just not too much to discuss until we get to have that Pokemon itself. So mark your calendar for Saturday, October 4th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. That'll be a good Pokemon to get. And then lastly here, we got a little tease. Save the date, Pokemon Go Tour 2026. Trainers, we have some exciting news to share with you. Pokemon Go Tour is returning in 2026. Of course it is. The best way to experience Pokemon Go Tour is in person. So get ready for 2 real-world Pokemon Go Tour events taking place in Tainan, Taiwan, and Los Angeles, California, from February 20th to February 22, the 22nd of February. That's what I meant to say. 2026. We're looking forward to welcoming trainers to celebrate together, but that's not all. Shortly after the in-person events, a 2-day global celebration will take place February 28th and March 1st, 2026. No matter where you are in the world, you can participate in the worldwide finale of Pokemon Go Tour. So I can't speak to the location in Taiwan, but I've been at every Go Tour in person that they've done, including the Vegas Dusty one. That one was, I still am hacking up dirt from that one for sure. But the ones that have been in LA the past 2 years, 3?
2 years. This is the third one.
This will be the third one. 2 years, last 2 years have been at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, which has been an exceptionally good venue for this event. Very good. They have not confirmed nor denied, I suppose, that the event will be in the Rose Bowl again. I would be willing to bet a a reasonable sum of money that it'll be
Yeah.
at the Rose Bowl again. Like it will be. I cannot think of another place in LA that it would be that would fit the criteria that the Rose Bowl satisfies. So probably a safe bet. Now don't go, booking those hotels quite yet. There's a chance your old buddy Chris could be wrong. And ask Kyle. I'm regularly rather wrong about things.
Yeah, it's a little bit annoying that like Los Angeles is so big. You have no idea where this could actually be, although it's really safe bet to say it's probably at the Rose Bowl, going for that 3 years in a row that they've been doing.
Yeah.
But then again, third year in New York was not in the same spot.
Despite all odds, they did move it somewhere else. Thank goodness. But yeah, it'll be fun. I can't even tell you what generation are we on. It was Unova
This
Tour
is going
last
to be
year.
Kalos. This is going to be Gen 6.
What is big about Gen 6?
Have a mega time or something in the body of the text for this one. I don't remember where it said it, but
okay. Oh, this is X and Y. So
there is a very realistic chance that this is where you get Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y.
That's possible. Also, we got announcements in ZA that actually in the DLC that we're going, or I don't know, maybe not the DLC. I don't know how it works. But around ZA, the new Pokemon game that's coming out, Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja are getting Mega Forms as well.
Yes.
So it's possible we could see them there, maybe. This is also the generation that has Scatterbug. So
maybe
I would imagine we would probably see, they like to do the spread out stuff. Something, there was Spinda, there was Kecleon, there was Rotom. And I would say, I bet they're going to do something with Scatterbug or Vivillon.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Especially there's like, what is 18 forms? I guess that's not actually that bad.
There's a lot. Yeah.
When it comes to shinies, though, for Gen 6, I don't know if there's one we don't have already. There's Aegislash, of course. Honedge. There's no shiny for that yet. The Hawlucha. We don't have a Hawlucha shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Klefki's shiny still not out. And Zygarde, Diancie, Hoopa, Volcanion, of course.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Diancie. That's just what it's gonna be. There's no question. Gotta see the
Yeah, 100%. I would agree.
Volcanion's shiny still does not exist in the main games, so fun facts.
That is fact, but I don't know if it's fun. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of an underwhelming dex.
It's a really small dex.
There's a lot of repeats in here. Yeah, I'd imagine they'd have to. My prediction is that we're going to see Mega Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja. When does ZA even come out? October, doesn't it?
October 15th. So
Yeah.
I think that is a fair potential guess. If we don't have them by then, I agree.
Okay.
I keep forgetting how soon ZA actually is.
Yeah, for some reason I have it in my mind that it's Q1 or Q2 of next year, but
yeah,
that's probably midnight.
Hey, I'm glad it's coming out on Switch 1.
Yeah, I know. And I told myself that too, but at the same time, I'm like, do I really want to play it on a Switch 1?
It was been designed for like 3 years on the Switch 1, so yeah, I'm going to play it on the Switch 1.
Okay. All right.
I'm not paying $500 for a Switch 2. It's absolute highway robbery.
It is robbery, whether you're on a highway or not. It's just robbery. Okay. Well, anyway, Kyle and I are going to do our darndest to be there again this year. This would actually be Kyle's, if he can make it out. This would be your first in-person tour, right?
Yep.
It's like GoFest except infinitely more manageable.
More manageable.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this now, and this is kind of a hot take. And don't get me wrong, I love GoFest. I love seeing everybody. I love the hullabaloo. I love how big it is. Everything about it's really cool. I kind of like Tour a bit better because of the way that it's structured, and it's smaller, and you can get your arms around it. It's not so overwhelming. I love these events. I really do. And I think the global ones usually hit the mark. So looking forward to it. That's what I'm saying. Looking forward to it. I hope you are too, trainers. If you're going to be there, let us know. We'll see you there. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. That's it for the news, folks. So we're going to take a quick little break here. When we come back, it's going to be time for PokéLore. You can guess what Pokemon it's going to be.
And we're back with PokéLore for Duraladon. Sorry.
You did it. You did
Duraladon. The alloy Pokemon. Terrible category. Awful. Just terrible.
Yeah.
Duraladon is a tall, bipedal, dinosaur-like Pokemon with large feet, a chunky tail, and a head integrated into its neck. Its body is mainly light gray and dark blue, with zigzag patterns running down its body, gray bands around its arms, and two black slits on its lower chest. Its hands have 4 triangular indents. Duraladon's head has a small red section and multiple red slits on it. It also has...
If I may.
Yes.
Duraladon.
Yeah. Yes. I'll get there. I'll never get there.
No, me neither.
It moves its upper jaw when opening its mouth. That's weird. Duraladon's armor has a smooth feel, similar to a mirror finish. Duraladon's body is made of strong but surprisingly light special metal. The armor is both durable and resistant to scratches, weighing only 88 pounds, which is 40 kilograms. It can move very fast. However, its body can easily resist rust, so it lives in caves. And mountainous areas and avoids rain. The metal body also has a risk of overheating, so it vents the heat out through the slits inside its tail. It uses its arms, which have slightly different shapes from each other, to grind down rock surfaces for food. Duraladon has a rivalry with Tyranitar, which shares its habitat with, and they often battle each other in the mountains of Galar. It mainly resides in caves and mountains within cold areas. Now, I need to say, by the way, 88 pounds is so ridiculously small.
This thing is an iPhone.
Like, how tall is it? Hang on, I have to look at how tall it actually is. It is 5'11".
Oh, wow.
It is slightly taller than I am, and it weighs like a little bit more than half as much as I do. It weighs as much as a large child.
Yes. Yeah. Very manageable. As opposed to like...
For comparison, how much do you think Tyranitar weighs?
Well, Larvitar weighs a lot.
Oh, Larvitar is very dense, yeah.
Well, let's not be mean about it. Tyranitar is, I'm going to say 3 tons.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
A ton?
Heavy. No. It's 500 pounds. 450
So
pounds.
he weighs a ton, but as in like a turn of phrase, not like an actual metric ton?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. 500
Tyranitar picks up Duraladon with one arm and throws him off the cliff.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. I mean, 88 pounds, you can get blown away in heavy winds, especially when you're built like a metal boat sail.
No one thought that one through very well.
Very weird.
The way.
Yeah, very weird.
All right, for stats, though, we have a max CP at level 40 of 3,067 and level 50 of 3,468. It's not bad.
No.
172 stamina, 185 defense, and 239 attack. Best speculative moveset right now, Metal Claw or Dragon Tail with Flash Cannon and Dragon Claw.
It also can know Hyper Beam, we think.
Yeah, don't do that.
But don't do that. Yeah,
don't do that.
It's not even stab, bro. No. Dragon Steel, by the way, this Pokemon.
Yeah, it's the Dragon Steel, which is good typing. It's good typing.
Yes, it is.
Arcalodon is probably going to be a monster when it comes out. It is pseudo-legendary status. Not literally, but it has 600 base stat total in the main series game, so that's going to translate to a whole lot of CP in Go.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm actually kind of excited for it. I'm more excited for the evolution and the Gigantamax form. But now that I know he weighs so little, I'm not gonna pretend like that actually changes anything for me, but I might pretend that it does.
No, I mean, I don't care for Duraladon that much. Arcaludon is all right. So I kind of look forward to that. It's a little bit goofier. It leans harder into the goofy aspect of its design.
Yeah. Looks like a stapler.
Duraladon feels still like it's almost trying to be taken seriously.
And we just won't stand for that. No. We just won't. No. Gosh. Cool. Well, that's Duraladon, the alloy Pokemon. Cool.
Not the building Pokemon, not the skyscraper Pokemon.
Not the PlayStation 5 Pokemon.
Like, what is Arcaludon? Arcaludon is also the ally Pokemon. Come on! The bridge Pokemon!
Yeah, it is supposed to look like a bridge. Stapler, though. I'm telling you.
It is a stapler. But, like, you know they're trying to do a bridge.
Or is it a staple remover? Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, it's a staple remover. But, like, the building Pokemon and the bridge Pokemon. It's right there. What's the point of categories?
Oh, dude. Arcaludon. Way cooler design.
Yeah, it's so much better.
Yeah.
It only weighs 130 pounds.
Duraladon is actually like Duraladon. Jeez, I can't not say it. Look, he's kind of cute. Now that I know he's like a little light dude, he's kind of cute.
It's just, I don't.
5'11", 88.2 pounds.
5'11", weighing in, 88.2 pounds.
And in this corner, a strong gust of wind. All right, cool. That's it for PokéLore. Let's get into PokéPoll.
Last week's PokéPoll was, if you could feature any Pokemon in a community day, which Pokemon would you choose and why? It doesn't matter if it's been featured, is in a base stage, or any other limitations. Choose your favorite. First response from Just the Average Joe said, Wailmer Community Day with nice, great, and excellent throw rewards like +1, +2, +3, or +1 or +2 candies, or +1 candy XL respectively. More rewards always feel better, and I think this would be synergistic with the fact that Wailord is a 400 candy evolution. I don't care about what the move is. Make Water Spout and Incinerate clone, you cowards. Or any other bonuses. A giant Pokemon that's easy to get nice, great, or excellent throws on would be a fun day. Plus, big pink whale. Yeah, I'm for it. It's great.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I'm not
day.
for it. Like, I would be like, oh man, Wailmer Day. But I'd play it because as long as it had XP bonus, I'd play it.
I think this is an example of a Pokemon that is like, I would not be excited about the choice of Wailmer, but I would be really excited to play the day.
Yeah, like if this was an egg hatching day, I would probably skip it.
Sure.
But like experience day? Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Next spot's from Sound. They said, hi, GOCast, Chris and Kyle. I would love to have a Vulpix day. This diva deserves her day. We had Sandshrew and Ponyta Day where we got the dual regionals. Vulpix deserves their own in 9 folds. I'm not sure what moves it could have, but they have a lot of options already, so something fun would be cool. Perhaps go with a dark/fairy theme with the 2 of them for Ninetales charge attacks. I feel like it's a popular option. I'm surprised we haven't got one yet, and it's Kanto with a regional, so it has a lot of fanfare across groups of people when they got into the franchise. I also definitely do not have a 14-inch plushie and a Build-A-Bear plushie of Alolan Vulpixes sitting together in my room. And here you thought I was going to pick a bug type, though I would not complain over a Pineco day, as Fortress does decently well in GBL. Shiny vibes all, very respectfully, Sound. Yeah, no, this is just a matter of time. It's 100% a matter of time.
Big fan favorite.
Yeah.
I'm pretty surprised now that we bring it up that it hasn't been done yet.
Are we? Yeah, okay. It's only been featured. Well, at least I only have shinies from the tour stuff. So yeah.
They love throwing a Alolan Vulpix out as another ice filler that people aren't like, more Snorunt, So that's fine.
Next one's from Bulbasaur, and they said, personally, I'd love to see a Pick-a-Peck community day. I really like that little bird and love Toucanon. It's been out in Go for a while and still doesn't have its shiny released yet. Plus, I have a Hundo Pkwy I've been waiting to evolve since March of 2022, hoping it would get a community day. I'm surprised that shiny's not out yet.
Yeah.
Being real honest.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, actually. But Toucanon is sweet. So validate that opinion.
Toucanon is great design. Big fan. Big fan. Next one's from Lemurio, and they said, "In before anyone else answers the PokéPoll with Guzzlord. Where'd your Pokestops go? Oh, sorry, 3 Guzzlords cover the whole map and your whole screen. And the fun challenge is get a wild one with just bad enough IVs for Great League." Doesn't Raid Guzzlord come in just over 1,500? Am I going crazy?
I think so.
I think you could get a decent one from Wild Spawns. It wouldn't have to be that hard. Am I going crazy?
Yeah. I have one that's 1189, and then I have one that's 816. But that was from a situation where they were in research, I think.
I've got a 1644, but it's a 15-15-12. So like a 10-10-10. Get there, no, not too bad.
Yeah, the other thresholds are like 16 at the lowest and then 2,000 at the lowest.
But for one we don't have and is a realistic goal, what about Blipbug and its Gigantamax form in Orbeetle, aka Flying Saucer?
Yeah.
It seems like it would be at least a fun one to do with maybe some other great Gigantamax bugs like Centiscorch and Butterfree. Maybe the bug catcher kid from every Route 1 could give you some big collection research or something. Yo, I'm for Guzzlord though in the wild. That'd be hilarious.
It would be funny.
I like any crazy large spawn would be hilarious. Give me that, not Whalemore community. Give me Whale Lord community day.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, we can even like see this now. So if any of you guys during the Zorua events or the next one, Halloween, it might happen. Throw in a Guzzlord as your buddy and simulate this experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny. The next one's from Pepper is Found. They said, Cowboy Hat Caterpie. Sorry for the short email. One day.
2 memes and 1 response.
Next one's from Mikey Midas. They said, as we approach the end of Scarlet and Violet's life cycle, I think it would be appropriate at this point to feature a Gimme Ghoul community day with the bonus of guaranteed Gimme Ghoul coins per catch. More coins, the better the catch. I know that Niantic Scopely probably want to milk the shiny much more before resorting to a community day, but there are only so many people who will continue to boot up their Switch just to catch some ghouls.
Yes. Yeah, I would say that is a big barrier for people.
Yeah, but like everyone's still, they just will switch it to home probably once we move away from Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
Because like we still get our Melmetal boxes, Meltan boxes.
I think we get something now automatically instead of having to check in with the connection, right?
I think as long you have to send something to home from Go, and then you get a Meltan box. So they could just update that and have it give you both at the same time or something. Which I bet that's what we'll end up getting eventually. But yeah, Gimme Ghoul community day. Could you imagine? Just can't see anything on the map because there's nothing actually there.
The only community day we would ever play zoomed all the way in. Ever. That's saying something.
Next one's from Lou the Legend. They said, hey, Chris and Kyle, for a realistic option, my Go Shiny decks and Home Shiny decks would really enjoy Gothita. Nice 3-stage typical Comdemon, saying this just after Solosis was announced.
Oh, no.
For a less reasonable option, my personal vote would be a Clobbopus/Grapplock debut with a community day, similar to how we got Stuffle/Beware. This would be especially nice since I'm close to completing my hyper training, and Shiny Grapplock would be my next big Shundo target.
Cool Pokemon. Yeah.
Great Pokemon with the worst typing. Hate it. Still makes me angry to this day.
Bad typing, incredible names. Clobbopus.
Oh, yeah. And design. So good.
Yeah. Clobbopus is an all-timer, dude. That's a great name.
I mean, Grapplock is still really good.
For sure. But in the shadow, let's be clear, of Clobbopus.
Yeah. All right. Next one's from Lady Legend, and they said, "Hi, Chris and Kyle. I'd love to see a Gen 1 regional Pokemon Go community day featuring all 4 Gen 1 regionals globally. Turns out I don't have a single one as a shiny, even Tauros, who makes local appearances very frequently. It would be a fun way to fill those dex entries and would also, if this hypothetical community day would take place in the next month, selfishly allow me an easier opportunity for more excellent throws as I make the slogs towards level 50 before the upcoming changes."
Yeah. We were just, sorry to cut you off, but we were just talking about how odd it was that you and I have like no shiny Tauros.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, I still don't have a shiny Tauros. It's crazy.
I think I caught one off a Plus like not too long ago, but prior to that, man, like
the funny part is I have a shiny Farfetch'd. I don't think I have a shiny Mr. Mime. I have a shiny Mr. Mime, but I traded for it, so that doesn't count.
Okay.
And I don't have a shiny Kangaskhan,
so Australians will laugh at me. Will laugh at us, I suppose. So I did catch one recently. I caught this last month, actually almost exactly a month ago. 8/23/2025, right? So August. How long ago do you think I caught the only other one that I have?
For Tauros?
Yeah.
Probably 2019.
Oh, pretty close. This was November 29th, 2020.
Cool. Okay.
So 5 years. 5 years between shiny Tauros, and it's our stinking regional.
Look, in our defense, Tauros does not spawn locally nearly as much as like Mr. Mime does in the UK or in Europe.
Or Kangaskhan in Australia.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure, but I'm willing to bet you I have seen a bunch of them. Yeah, I've seen 1,700. I've caught 850.
Oh no, what number is Tauros? God.
Oh, just search in your storage and then go to the Pokedex entry.
Oh, I totally forget that that's an option.
Yeah, that's the only way I know how to find anything.
Right. Seen 481, caught 248.
Wow, your catch was pretty good.
I don't see a lot of Tauros apparently.
Yeah, well, as is evidenced by our shiny counts. So, which means I have one for you, man. You can have
I don't want it.
You don't want a Tauros?
I don't want it. It's okay.
What? Bro, that's bull. We're so funny. Okay.
Our next response to the form of emails from Sherman. They said, "Hello there, GOCast. Sherman here, and was hoping to respond to this week's PokéPoll. What community day do you want to have and why? I have one idea that would be not the greatest, but would help me so much. Weedle.
Yes.
This may sound kind of weird, but it's very important for me to get every Weedle I see. Not for the candy, but for the hundo. My best friend said that he would only come back to playing Pokemon Go if I got a hundo Weedle. So I'm catching every Weedle I see just to get a darn hundo. If this did happen, I would probably play all 3 hours and get so much candy and hopefully a hundo. Shiny vibes all, Sherman."
Let's do it.
Hey, you've got a chance. There is a chance with the Community Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, we did have one of these already, and it was probably one of my favorite community days of all time.
I mean, it was a doozy. It was a doozy.
It was. It was just very plain. And it
was also right before XL Candies came out, I believe, too. Because it was like the month before Ghastly Day, which also did not have XL Candy.
Which means we weren't even close to Megas either.
Nope.
Nope.
Ugh. Next response is from Kevin. They said, "I have what started as a joke answer, but given thought became, I think, the best answer. Unknown, all of them. An unknown community day in Pokemon Go would be a thrilling event, offering players a unique opportunity to engage with one of the game's most elusive and intriguing Pokemon. Unknown, with its 28 distinct forms representing each letter of the alphabet plus punctuation, is notoriously rare, making it a coveted catch for collectors and casual players alike. A community day featuring Unknown would include increased spawn rates for multiple forms, special research tasks to unlock rare variants, and an exclusive move to enhance its battle utility, encouraging widespread participation. Such an event would not only excite the player base, but also boost community engagement through trading and collaborative hunting, while providing a fresh challenge to complete the unknown collection, reinvigorating interest in Pokemon Go. Thanks for at minimum reading and laughing internally at this email. I hope it finds you well with shiny luck for all. Love the pod.
Kevin,
All right.
the way you wrote this, Kevin, it's one of two things. Either one, it's satire and it's tongue-in-cheek, or two, you had ChatGPT help you write this. There is no in between, right? Doesn't it give that vibe, like one of those two?
There's no M dashes.
There's no M dashes.
There's no M dashes or lists, so it's not ChatGPT.
There's no bullet points.
I gotta say though, not a terrible idea, but there is one prerequisite.
Mm-hmm.
The main series game has to introduce something new. Like if Gen 10 introduced like
Mega Unknown for each of them?
Regional Unknown.
Oh.
I don't know what that would look like, but if you had the whole alphabet from a different region or something.
No. That's far too complicated. They're introducing emoji unknown, and they'll just be flags for different countries. It'd be horrendous.
500 new unknowns added.
Could you imagine? It'd be awful.
No, like 128 unknowns though. But that's unironically though, if they added something else that could take the place of unknown, they have cycled a ton of unknown for events for years. They probably are praying that the Pokemon Company introduce something like that.
Yeah.
So they can retire unknown.
Yeah, this is pretty textbook design yourself into a corner.
Yeah. I mean, like you see, look what they did with Skiddo. Like they huge feature for several events.
Yeah.
Major feature. And now it's literally a wild spawn.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a regional wild spawn. It's just a wild spawn. It's really weird to see one.
And they'd skidoo it again.
No. Skiddo.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
All right. Our last response is from Scott in the form of an email. And they said, hello, Chris and Kyle. Long-time listener, first-time emailer here. Love the pod, and it's my favorite podcast to listen to while out playing the game. I'd like to start this with a sincere sorry for the long email. Just a quick about myself. Like most people in the world, I downloaded the game in 2016 and stopped playing after about a week. I re-downloaded it early 2023 when my 6-year-old son started getting into Pokemon and we were hooked. Or I was hooked and he just thought it was cool. Well, I just hit level 50 last week during Trubbish Spotlight Hour. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still playing and earning that XP for that level change, which I'm really excited to see what happens on October 15th. For this week's PokéPoll, my dream community day would be, I'm about to cheat and give a few answers with some caveats. For a community day classic, I really want Chikorita. I know it gets a lot of hate on here, but it's my second favorite starter after Rowlet, of course. How dare you speak Chikorita and Rowlet in the same two sentences.
Boo hiss.
And I only really started playing in early 2023, so I missed the original. The community I think would be the best and very few people would have a problem with is Larvesta.
Yes.
But I personally want a Smoliv community day. I know everyone would hate it, and it's a useless Pokemon, almost as bad as a Sewaddle community day, but it's one of my favorite. It's a good shiny, and I just love that little olive guy.
Yeah.
Also, if they make it 3 times Stardust, nobody cares what the mon is. You know everyone will play it.
So true. Preach.
Debatable, but...
No. That's it. It.
No.
That's the take of the century. That's fine.
But Smoliv is actually great. Great Pokemon. We'll get a community day of that eventually. For sure.
It's
100%.
decent. I like Arboliva a lot.
That Smoliv is so good.
That's cute. It's got the face on it. It's doing the thing. It's an olive with feet.
And just a quick question for you guys. I know you've told many times about shinies and hundos in the pod in the past. What are your favorite or most memorable shiny hundo or even shundo catch moments in the game that you've experienced? Mine are catching a Shundo Hisuian Decidueye during the raid day, while my son and I drove from gym to gym in the pouring rain all afternoon. And when Shiny Phantom was first released in the game, one of my favorite shinies, the first wild Phantom I clicked on when the event started was shiny.
Wow.
Once again, I'm truly sorry for the long email. Shiny vibes all. May Almighty Bidoof smile upon you this raid day, and thanks for all the great podcasts. Sincerely, Scott from Las Vegas.
Okay.
All right. I got 2 answers for this. Ready. I'm ready to go.
Wow.
Didn't even have to think about it, actually.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
The first one is the Shundo Hisuian Typhlosion that I got from Raid Day that I was at work for and just clicking accept for every invite that people sent me and tapping my phone in my pocket when I really should not have been. And I got it while I was on the floor, but I couldn't like freak out because I'm working. And then I put my phone away and bragged about it later.
That's the way to do it. For me, my top Shundo ever was catching a Shundo Eevee at the very first, I believe, Eevee Community Day that we had.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, maybe not. This was in 2018. Maybe it was
that would be the
that.
first one then.
It was the first one?
First community days were in 2017.
Okay, so yeah, the first Eevee Community Day 2018, right. I caught a Shundo Eevee. And it was the only Shundo that I had up until December 17th, 2023. Long gap of time. But I evolved it into an Espeon because we love green shinies. Actually, Espeon's just like really cool. That's awesome.
I only have 2 Shundos, 3 now because of my Gengar that I bottle capped.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
What
do you have? Let's share our Shundos.
I have the bottle capped Gengar. Okay. I have a Shundo Galarian Sunfisk, and then I have the Shundo Hisuian Typhlosion.
Oh, the Typhlosion. I like that actually a lot. Like flu, like a flu shoot or flu powder for whatever. So I've got the Espeon. I've got the bottle capped shiny Galarian Meowth, right? I don't have to say shiny, these are Shundos. Salamence from a community day and a Alolan Golem from a community day as well.
Alolan Golem.
Yeah, I caught that one during our meetup that was actually the one from 2023. Oh, yep. No, I hatched this in Woodstock and I received it as an egg in Woodstock. I thought it was from the community day, but it was not. But yeah, Shundo. Wow. I caught a Hundo at the community. That's what I caught. Yeah. Gosh, I wish I read this ahead of time and thought of better answers, but that's kind of it.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be a Shundo, but my other memorable answer was, I believe it was last year. Time is irrelevant, obviously, but when Spiritomb came back into research tasks and I was trying real hard to get that shiny, and after the event ended, I had 3 research tasks still stacked up that I hadn't finished. And we recorded the podcast and I was like, well, we're going to see if this is a shiny. And I finished them the next day. And the last one that I claimed was a shiny.
For Spiritomb, right? Yeah.
For Spiritomb. Yep. Boy, was I happy.
Yes,
so that's
you were.
Memorable.
I remember getting a text in all caps.
I was like, ah!
Yeah. Losing his mind. It was great. Very cool.
All right. So for this week's PokéPoll we have, what holiday do you wish had a Pokemon Go event that doesn't, and what would it be like? I don't know what holidays Pokemon doesn't cover. I'm not.
I got one.
Okay.
Leaf Erikson Day.
Leaf Erikson
Day. You can tell I watched SpongeBob as a kid. Yeah, Leaf Erikson Day, October 9th. And it should feature predominantly and exclusively Galarian Meowth and Berserker in the wild, and in eggs, and in field research tasks, and in raids.
Okay.
Oh, you could probably throw in a couple other things, like Honedge could maybe be in raids. That'd be kind of cool. I'm trying to think of other Viking adjacent things. I think that's it. Maybe Charcadet.
You could do Cleavor. Cleavor
would be good
with the axes.
Yeah. Delmise because of boats.
Yeah. Okay. Delmise.
Yeah. Okay. And that's it, man. That's all I got.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer for this. I'll have to think and maybe have one for us next week. Think about.
I mean, do you want me to just give you a list of lesser known holidays?
Lesser known.
Here, let's do this really quick. We'll just spend a couple minutes on it. I promise you, this will be kind of fun. This list is so cursed already. There's a list from National Today of obscure holidays. Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day is on this list.
Okay. How much of a holiday?
So they're categorized too. There's one that's called Pull Your Sofa Off the Wall Month. It's categorized as a special interest. Are these real? I don't believe these are real.
They're like, hey, somebody submitted this one once. Like, what's a real national holiday?
Yeah. Okay, this seems a little too off the wall, I think, for me, for what I'm talking about. But like World Emoji Day, World UFO Day, Fruitcake Toss Day, National Pet Day. That would be a good one. We get the dogs, cats and dogs.
Yeah. Wait, what was the last one you said before that, though?
Fruitcake Toss Day.
No, one more. Sorry.
World UFO?
Yeah, World UFO Day.
LGM,
I don't know. All
BGM.
alien-like Pokemon. You could have Solosis in there.
Yeah.
You obviously have LGM.
Yeah.
In there. I'd have to think about it for a little while. What else? But like anything ghost adjacent, like Hatena is not a ghost, but it's very weird little alien body type thing.
Yeah. I think that's good. That'd be fun. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm eager to hear what other people have to say about this. So if you, dear listener, have an answer to this week's PokéPoll question, which is, what holiday do you wish had a Pokemon Go event that doesn't, and what would it be like? And I'll add this caveat, the more obscure, the better. You can answer that question when we post it on our social media feeds on X and Threads, at GOCast Podcast. If you'd like to send us I'm getting way ahead of myself here. Whoa. You could send us an email and a voicemail, but hold on to that thought for a second. If you're a patron of ours and therefore in our patron exclusive Discord, you can leave your response in the PokéPoll channel that we have for it. If you're watching the YouTube video, first of all, hello. Thank you for subscribing. We're so stinking close to that goal. We're like 20 away from 1,000. It's insane. We're actually going to do it well before the end of the year. And I'm thrilled and happy and proud. So thank you all for doing that. You can leave a comment, though, with your response there if you'd like. And if you're listening on Spotify, you can reply to the episode or leave a comment to the episode with your response there as well. But of course, you can leave us an email by sending it to mail@gocastpodcast.com. You can also call our voicemail line and leave a voicemail. That number is 262-586-7717. And speaking of emails and voicemails, Mr. Kyle, where are we?
It's time for emails.
And one voicemail. And speaking of voicemails, we have one here from Kevin Red Bull.
Hey guys, it's Kevin Red Bull here. It is the Monday after Flabébé Community Day, and I don't know about you guys, but I did not play that event very much at all. How much did I play? I didn't leave the house. I turned the game on twice in that 3-hour span, and I checked 7 Flabébés. They were all yellow. There was not a shiny.
Ooh.
But it doesn't matter because I knew this wasn't going to be a good community day for me. I was not going to waste my time because I already had shiny orange, I think another shiny orange. I had a shiny red, so I made sure I got on the game, had enough hearts, and evolved my shiny red all the way. So I spent the whole day yesterday playing croquet with my family. Between 2 and 5. I didn't even turn the game on again until like 6 o'clock, and I was like, oh yeah, the game's over. The Flabéby's over. So sometimes you just got to skip an event, spend some time with your family,
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday was beautiful. I wasn't even supposed to be able to see my family last weekend. I was supposed to be working, but they spontaneously had work canceled for overtime after I already worked 50 hours last week. I'm like, cool, I get to go see my family. I'm going to go play Pokemon Go. And I forgot to play Pokemon Go, but you know what? It was still a great weekend.
Priorities.
I hope you guys had a good day. Hope y'all stayed safe. I hope you guys got some shinies. Shiny vibes all. Kevin Red Bull, out.
Hate to break it to you, Kevin, but Kyle didn't
Nope.
hold up his end of the bargain. Of one shiny flip.
Yeah, one between the two of us.
Yeah, it's okay. I did some work for the both of us.
Yeah.
Hey, I haven't played croquet in years, but I don't think I've ever had a bad time. Yeah, I played croquet. We had a croquet set. Yeah. Played at like grad parties and stuff in the backyard, bocce ball, croquet, horseshoes.
Okay.
Bags. Sorry, cornhole, whatever.
Look, you can't put bags in the same category as
croquet. Yes, you can. It's a yard game.
No.
Yes.
No.
Are you? You're oozing Midwest out of your eyeballs right now.
I am very Midwest.
You're just absolutely not. The cornhole is a time-honored tradition. How dare you put it in the same category as croquet? We don't need hammers in the yard. We need bags.
Less likely to hurt yourself.
I suppose that's true. Certainly less likely to hurt yourself than jarts.
Jarts?
Yeah, lawn darts.
I mean, I know you meant lawn darts, but why are they called jarts?
Because I call it jarts with a J.
With a J.
With a J. Wait, in your head when I said jarts, you saw that spelled with a G?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay.
That's Garts, brother.
Why has it got a J then? No, where's the J come from? Is there a brand?
It was a brand name.
I've never had lawn darts.
Hey, man, you want to go outside and throw a couple of garts around?
Hey, that's no more unreasonable than saying jarts. That's all I'm saying.
I don't, what's unreasonable to me, I agree with you. I think the word jarts, first of all, sounds like it should be some sort of offensive like word or something like that. Like, come on. Like it's short for something horrible. But but the alarming part for me is I said jarts and you're like, yeah, with a G. Okay.
My first thought was G.
Do you say GIF? You don't say GIF, do you?
No, I don't say GIF.
Good man.
All right.
Good
we
man.
Have we have emails to read.
I'm not ready to move on, but we can.
Our first email is from Dylan. They said, I am one of the victims caught in the sprint to level 50, currently level 49 with 8 million experience to go. As a result, I've been having more fun than ever with motivation for landing excellent throws, rating, min-maxing experience gains, and just playing the game. I'm also a fan of RPGs with seasonal rewards like Diablo, which got me thinking, what if they brought a seasonal challenges with end-of-season rewards based on metrics, most excellent throws, caught shinies, etc., like in some of our favorite RPGs. They could do rankings with most damage dealt to raid bosses, most purified Pokemon. There really is so much they could do with this. As someone who is not a fan of PvP but loves competing and grinding, I feel like this would add another layer to Pokemon Go for others who are like me. Just a thought, but would love to hear your thoughts too. May the shiny odds be forever in your favor. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that idea.
First of all, I think the idea is fine. I think it's fine. But they don't have a reliable way of tracking this stuff. Like if you've ever gotten your level up summary, which I haven't seen for a couple of years, but if you look at those level up summaries, they're always inaccurate. So I would not trust them to get it correct here either.
I mean, I feel like the solution is that for everything that you want to have a challenge for, it has to also have a medal for.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, and people have been asking for an excellent throw medal forever. So,
yes. I would agree. It'd be kind of cool if it reset every season, and then you look at that medal and it shows you what your score was listed for each of the seasons and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, like how they do with the showcases.
Yes,
on the professor badge.
Yes.
So, I think that the system doesn't count it correctly right now, but I feel like they have the capacity to make the system work. Yeah. They just have to tie other systems together. Whereas the level up screen is kind of free floating and it's like, oh yeah, we'll try and track this in between your level ups.
There's no stakes, right? So there's no, and because it's broken, they have no reason to go back and fix it. right? They're too busy spending time on making the berry tray show you more berries. Can we take a second, by the way? You and I haven't even had a level set on that, have we?
Look, okay. I don't really care that much. What I do care about is the fact that it makes quick catching take longer.
Yes, sir. That's it. That's my man right there. I agree with you 100%.
It is, and
it's a half a second.
It's not a lot. It's not even a half a second. Maybe a quarter of a second. But if you're catching like 12 things in a row, that adds up.
Yes, it does.
It feels bad.
It does.
And on the same note, not having a back button anymore, I'm upset about it.
Yeah.
And it's actively making my play experience worse.
Android woes, man. I'm sorry.
Not being able to hit the back button when you I'm gonna die today, apparently.
Once wasn't funny, twice was hilarious. I'm sorry.
Not being able to hit the back button when I'm sending gifts, when I'm opening gifts, when I'm trying to skip an animation is so frustrating. I can get over it on the quick catch screen. Like, that's fine because I can just get used to tapping the run button. But everywhere else in the game, terrible. It's just, that's so much worse than the berry tray. Although I have very, very close to click my Master Ball several times.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bad placement for that thing, huh?
Don't like it.
Oh, my God. Yeah, dude, all I got to say is shrugs an iPhone. I haven't had a back button for a long time. You do get used to it, but I remember that transition period was kind of a pain.
So ridiculous.
But I will say, yes, I think it's awfully brave of them to do anything that even remotely touches the quick catch sequence, even slightly. And I don't think it was intentional. And even if it doesn't take a lot of extra time, it's still messing with the muscle memory that everybody has built up for, 7 years, longer. So
yeah, I mean,
it makes me nervous. Yeah.
Nothing is sacred.
Yeah. But yeah, no, anyway, Dylan, I think in short, I think we would both be in favor of some sort of metric tracking that was more fun and competitive and stuff like that. Now, we've been part of and are part of communities that do this sort of stuff sort of organically themselves, but it'd be really nice and a lot easier for tracking if we were able to just have the game tell us some fun stuff. Give us our Spotify Wrapped, but for Pokemon Go every year or every season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, everyone loves Spotify Wrapped.
They do. I do.
I hate when I get my Reddit Wrapped. It makes me feel really bad about myself, but that's okay.
Yep. I don't think I look at mine. It's going to be like, hey, you spend a lot of time on r/politics. Are you okay? And then I
want to
can't
see
tell them no.
how many bananas you've scrolled on Reddit.
Oh my God, dude. Okay. All right. On to the next email. Thank you, Dylan, for that one. This one is from, I'm going to butcher this name. I'm so sorry, but it's Legonine. Legonine, I think. Yeah.
That's what I was going with too. Okay.
Yeah. Hey friends, I am a new listener and a fairly new Pogo player. I've always been a Pokemon fan, but steered away from Pokemon Go until I stumbled on your podcast, and it really inspired me to get into the game, and I'm loving it. Now, I love listening to your podcast, but I'm only level 30, and I hear all about these awesome raid days and grinds and all this stuff, but I know that I'm just not at that point in the game yet. I'm trying to keep up with doing research, filling out my decks, walking with eggs, and all this basic stuff, but I feel like I could be doing more. So my question for you guys is, what are some tips or just good advice you would give to a decently new player like me? What would you recommend that I invest my time in? Or what are some things a newer player should know? Much thanks, Legonine. This is a great question, and I like that you're qualifying this question as a more evolved version, for lack of a better phrase, than the just what new tips and tricks would you give for a brand new player. You are establishing that you've been doing basic stuff, you are invested in the game and all that sort of stuff. This is a little bit more nuanced than that. So answering it might be a little bit more difficult. Kyle, does anything come to mind for you?
I mean, yeah, I have a few things. One, don't let yourself think that raid days are out of your reach.
Yeah.
The real answer is raid days are only out of your reach if you have absolutely no community around you at all. If you don't have a community around you, we can't really, there's not really much to talk. I don't take part in raid days because my local community, it's a little farther than I want to go for raid days.
Mhm.
But if you just think because you're level 30, you can't do it, don't let that stop you. Because by level 30, you can start making decisions where you can contribute enough as long as you're not trying to do raids with 2 people, you're fine. And a tip I can give for starting that is when a new raid comes up or when something else you're interested in comes up and you're looking at the counters, just go down like 5 or 8. You don't need, for example, I just was going to look up the counters. We have a Palkia Origin raid day next Wednesday. Top 5 counters: Eternatus, Mega Rayquaza, Mega Garchomp, Shadow Dialga, Palkia Origin. Don't worry about any of those. None of those matter. Don't worry about that. You keep scrolling down. You got Haxorus. Maybe you have a Haxorus with a Breaking Swipe. Maybe you don't because you didn't get to do the community day. That's okay. But you can keep going down. Anything that you see that's within the top 30 choices is good.
Yeah.
Unless you are trying to do it with the bare minimum people, don't feel bad about not using something that is the best possible choice. Garchomp by itself, great choice, just overall. But anything that is super effective against Palkia is gonna be a good choice in the general scheme of things, especially for days you're trying to do a bunch of.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
So even simple Salamence, if you've caught Bagon from events that have gone on, but even Dragonite, we've had Dratini spawn not that long ago, also very available. So really just keep your eye out for that. And then in the meantime, you can work on accessing the more top tier stuff as the time goes on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I would agree with Kyle. But I think beyond that, it sounds like you are currently at a place in this game where you can start to identify the things that you really enjoy doing as opposed to others, right? Like Kyle and I do pretty much everything with the exception of GBL. We still dip our toes in there from time to time. But Kyle's a big, he will catch during, Kyle loves playing during events. I love hatching eggs. That's my thing, right? And we both like raiding, right? I guess Dynamax battles to some degree as well. They're fun. They really are. So I think identifying that stuff and then becoming very familiar with that and building up your roster of Pokemon to deal with that particular thing, if it's raiding, for instance. Like Kyle said, go with Kyle's suggestions. And like we've said before, with the exception of, I guess, Mewtwo recently, hopefully Tor changes that, but who knows? Everything comes back around, and they're pretty good about rotating stuff. They really are. So just wait for those top tier counters to come back, but stuff that's a B or a C tier is still completely fine, like Kyle said. Beyond that, if you are looking to maximize your play and you have to pick and choose when you play during events. Don't just go out and grind for 6 hours on a Saturday unless you like doing that. I mean, that is fun, right? It's very cool to do. But if you have to choose to play during events to maximize your game time and also to sort of be in the pocket of what's relevant, right? They do a good job of featuring Pokemon that are relevant about things, and they will cater their wild spawns during PvP events to be like GBL Pokemon and stuff like that. So if you want to get better at GBL and have better Pokemon for GBL, play during GBL events, right? It's pretty much that simple. And I mean, it's not that simple, but I'm getting that. So I think, between what Kyle said and I said, hopefully that gives you a better idea of where to invest your time and effort. If not, email back. We'll be here. We'll be here next week. Cool. Thank you for the email, Leganine.
Our last email is from Askander. They said, "Hey, Chris and Kyle, hope you guys are doing well. My name is Amarico from Portugal. I'm from Portugal. My trainer name is Askander. It's probably easier to address me in my trainer name than my real name. That's not that bad for us Westerners over here.
I think you pretty much, I'm sure you got it.
I'm sure I didn't roll the R enough, so I apologize.
Oh, well,
I've been listening to podcasts since the beginning of last season. While searching for a Pokemon Go podcast to listen to, yours was the one that captivated me the most. It's been great. Even PvP Corner has been really helpful. Like the title mentioned, I'm going to my first ever in-person event, and it's the Go City Safari in Valencia, Spain.
Oh, wow.
I'm really excited to be able to go to one of these events, more even when the city activities were announced. So knowing that you guys have been able to participate in other in-person Go events, first, what tips and suggestions would you give to someone going to their first in-person event, both game-wise and socially? And secondly, can you guys share a history or favorite memory that you guys have while participating in these kind of events? Keep up the great work. You guys have been awesome and great company to me in my Pogo walk sessions. Hugs, Esconder.
Okay, so let's do this in two parts. First, tips and ideas and advice for in-person events.
Oh, I don't even know what the City Safari looks like right now. I'm not going to lie.
City
haven't looked.
Safari is more of a go out and explore the area around the city where there's some fun featured spawns, as opposed to like a safari zone, which is like, oh, there's a park with fun stuff going on inside of it within a city, right?
So but still boosted.
It's like it's
shinies.
just city experience for like a fest, essentially.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Well then first thought is have a plan for where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
It can be really intimidating to be able to say, hey, you can go everywhere. Even like, hey, you can go in all of New York City is like, okay, that's a large area, very dense. So having a plan, maybe finding out where local communities like to play before you head over there can also be really helpful. Finding local Discords online can be very reasonable, especially because there's an event happening at the time.
Campfire is great for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the big one for me, is have a plan, since it's a city experience. So you really want to know where you're going to be going so you could actually experience the most of the game.
Yep. Yeah, I would agree. Beyond that, be prepared to walk a lot and stay hydrated. Planning where you're going to play is more than just where there are a lot of stops and things like that. You want to make sure that there's like restaurants you can pop into, grab something to eat, go to the bathroom, all that sorts of stuff. You don't want to be caught somewhere unprepared. It can derail your day. So just be prepared for that. Kind of like you would be prepared for a vacation where you plan on walking around a new city. It's the same sort of idea. Bring an umbrella, sunscreen, water, all that good stuff, right?
More Go related, like directly, knowing what you really want to get from the event can be really big too.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing that, hey, I don't need to click on any of these Pokemon because it doesn't matter to me, can be a pretty significant impact on your day. If you want everything, of course, this advice is different, and then in which case you want to keep track of what you're getting. But usually there's a spawn or two where you're like, okay, I don't need any more Gumi. I'm not clicking on any more Gumi. I'm good, type of thing.
So would you say that you're suggesting, your advice is that people set goals?
Yes.
Nice.
Always got to have a goal.
That's right. I mean, setting goals is like it's a fun thing, and yeah, we've co-opted it as like our thing that we do here. But having structured approach.
You can make it as reasonable or as unreasonable as you want.
Yes.
You can have a goal of, hey, I want one of every shiny that that's here. Or you can be like, I really want shiny Smoliv.
Mm-hmm.
If I get shiny Smoliv, I leave happy. And that really enhances the experience, in my opinion.
Yep. And if you're going to be there for multiple days and stuff, and you're not used to walking around all day, every day, pace yourself. Be prepared.
Yeah, don't do 50 miles on Saturday because you still have 8 more hours to do on Sunday.
Yeah. Just be aware of yourself and what you can do comfortably, and try to stay in that pocket. Push yourself a little bit, especially if you're used to it. Like, it's fun. Kyle and I do our most walking the entire year at GoFests, right? But be aware that your feet will hurt, you'll be sore, all that good stuff. So, yep. Okay, what about, favorite memory from in-person events?
Oh, that's so hard.
It's difficult. I think most of my favorite memories of this game are at in-person events, more or less.
Yeah.
Aside from the first couple of years, right?
They're filled with them. I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's a terrible like moment, but just how much we struggled not this last event or GoFest, but the one before that in New York for how hot it was.
Oh,
Like that's not like a favorite memory, but it's a history. It's a history that I will always remember. I'm like,
yeah.
I basically was dying for like 6 hours.
Yeah, and there is a sense of camaraderie too when everybody's like, "Oh my God, we all almost died of heat stroke."
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I can't believe we were there. We got through it. Oh, what did you manage to get? Oh, this, that, and the other thing, right? Yeah. I don't know. We've shared so many of these over the years. I know I have shared one. It's hard for me to think of ones that Kyle's not at, to be honest. I'm not just saying that because he's my bud, but and because we travel a lot, but because we have done pretty much everything together. That's pretty much exclusively any of the tours that we've had so far, and more importantly, the first GoFest, which was a disaster. I think everybody knows this at that point, but yeah. I've shared that story of they sent us out, they put Lugia out as a first raid, and then we stood in the middle of the street and blocked traffic for like 10 minutes while we did a raid. That was very cool in Chicago. But I'm trying to think of something more recent, and I think actually 2021 was it Seattle 2021? Yeah, right.
Because 2020 was yes,
yeah, because 2020 was nothing. We did, no, but 2022 was Seattle because 23 and 24 and 25 were New York.
Yes,
New York,
that's correct.
Jersey.
Because 2020 was first global, 2021 was second global, and we went to
Indianapolis.
Okay.
Boy, memories there. I don't want to talk about too much.
So yeah, I mean, the Indianapolis one probably has my most GoFest memories of all of them, but not for like sharing right now about Pokemon
I'm just so happy Mitch didn't die from the head wound. No, I think Seattle 2022, we did our first ever raid train. We were partnered with Steve from It's Super Effective as well, who now like we were both great friends with and stuff. That was kind of the start of us getting to know him. And we just had a really great time. It was well structured. It was really exciting. Everybody was so happy to be back at an in-person GoFest doing stuff, and Seattle's so neat. That was an all-time high for me. I mean, there's been a lot of highs since, but that was a really good one, really important for me, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's a good answer.
Yeah.
That GoFest was the first, like the start of the city experience stuff.
Yep.
So like that was really great to just be able to walk away from the park and play and keep playing.
Oh yeah.
And that moment of transition, even though it happened multiple times for us because we were there the whole weekend, didn't get old. Like it's still great.
Yeah. It was very, very cool. I hope we get back to Seattle at some point in time. That was a great GoFest.
Please.
Yeah.
West Coast, not East Coast.
Yeah. So what about you, Kyle? Do you have a specific memory?
Specific memory.
Yeah.
I mean, one specific one for me was the first GoFest that we went to in 2018. Days over, we're sitting down getting dinner. You know, it was just a good time talking about everything that happened, and I caught a shiny Poochyena at dinner.
Yeah,
my first one, and like it's very memorable. I traded that one to my girlfriend. She still has it, you know, golden puppy. We're all excited about that. So like that's a memory that sticks with me. I'm like, that was at GoFest. I remember that.
Yeah, and that's when now we do meals with like all sorts of sizes, groups of people, but it was like just 4 of us, right? I think.
Or
5.
No, it was just 4. It was just it was just 4.
Yeah, you, me, your girlfriend, I think Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we were outside. We were back sitting outside behind a bar having burgers or something.
Yeah, it was in a really small place too. I was like, how did we get here?
It was good.
Yeah.
I remember being very good. Yeah, man, these in-person events are the best. You are going to have so much fun, Iskander. Please enjoy it. It'll be great. Very jealous. Valencia, Spain sounds like a fun place to do a city safari. Yeah. Okay, well, Dear listener, if you would like to send us an email just like these fine folks did, you can by sending it to mail@gocastpodcast.com or leaving us a voicemail by calling 262-586-7717. You can also record a voice file and send it to me via Discord, email, whatever you want to do to get it here. Doesn't really matter the file type. I'll take care of it. That's kind of what I do for work, so I should be capable of taking care of it. Beyond that, please follow us on X and Threads and Instagram at GoCast Podcast. Please, please, please subscribe to us on YouTube. We're so stinking close. I promise I'll stop harping on it once we get there. YouTube, just go for GoCast Podcast if you want to see our smiling faces and our disgruntled, furrowed brows when we talk about Solosis Community Day. You can also visit our website for all things GoCast at GoCastPodcast.com. And if you'd like to help support the show, you can via Patreon. That's patreon.com/GoCast Podcast. And speaking of patrons, shout outs to our Elite Trainer tier patrons. Big thank you to Bo, Daniel, Lori, Michael, Ozzy, Arkham, Marvin, Mimi, Swartz, Thayer, Jason, Justin, Charles, Moners, Lee, William, Brandon, Ethan, Stephen, Nick, our favorite listener, Drew 2. Ooh, that was close. Camo, The Ugly Rock, Jacob, Victoria, Sailor, Memorandums, Nabil, Tish, Jacob, Matthew, Don, John, Paul, Micah, Sean, Dave, Nescal, Purple Opal, Nurgle Fawn, Beta Ski, Cyprian, Don, Fear the Turtle, Jed, Everdark, Raven, and Louise. And then we have one more, actually, on the Patreon. I need to check. I didn't add them to the list. You're getting a big shout out here. Jennifer, thank you very much for your support, everybody, and for helping us keep the digital lights on and beyond. And one more thing before we get to goals and we're out of here. A big proponent of the Pokemon Go space would like some support, please, via a GoFundMe. David Hernandez, who does the As the Pokeball Turns podcast, which is a lovely, beautiful show where he interviews people every week that are in the Pokemon space at large about their personal trainer stories, journeys, what Pokemon means to them, etc., etc. Now, I'm sure you're like, okay, well, what's so special about that? What's very special about that is that while there will be a large profile person on there from time to time, it is majority of the time people you have probably never heard of that have interesting stories to tell, and they deserve to be highlighted, even if they're not a content creator, even if they don't have 1 million subs on their YouTube. Their stories are just as interesting and worthy of celebration, and David does that with his heart and soul. So he's having a really difficult time right now. He's done everything he can. He's exhausted his personal resources. He just needs a little bit of help getting back on his feet. The link for that GoFundMe will be in the episode description. If you're on our Discord server, because you're a patron of ours, I put in the announcements channel. Please go take a look at that. You can also go to our social feeds on, in particular, I believe it's on X right now. I will need to make a post on Threads, but go there and you'll find a link as well. If you can throw him a couple of bucks, it would mean the world to me personally for David, and I'm sure it would mean even more to David. And Kyle as well. You know, I mean, David's a really great guy. We love him. So please, if you can, find it in your hearts and your pockets to give him a hand. At the very least, please share his campaign with others who might be able to give if you are unable to. That'd be awesome. Okay. We are almost out of here, Mr. Kyle. Let's talk about goals, shall we? We've got Shadowgroudon Raid Weekend, which we are in the midst of right now. And then before we record next, we will start the completely normal event.
All right. I need to do Giovanni again because I just got another one.
Yes, we did.
Let me tell you, by the way, I'm so annoyed by a rocket radar completing and me not realizing it and not turning it off before my next balloon shows up.
Oh, I know.
Can I have an option to not auto-equip a radar?
That would be
option.
Nice.
I have to go and seek it out myself. Just put it in the game, please.
Yes.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
The amount of rockets I've oh, well, I'm not doing this one, I guess. All right. 5,000 experience and a shiny Dunsparce.
Nice. Okay. For myself, shiny Dunsparce, shiny Ditto, and 50 eggs. That Ditto is going to be the death of me. I'm looking into my crystal ball right now.
Probably.
So that's it. Pretty uneventful, I suppose. All right, folks. Thank you so much for listening all the way through. We will see you next week for episode 342. Until then, shiny vibes. Please go check out David's GoFundMe, and we will see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.